Hello there, friends, and this is Tuesday. It's January the 19th, and it's time for today's episode of PD on Pop Culture. Today, I wanted to discuss just a little bit a new show that just started on Disney Plus. It's called WandaVision. Now, if you're a Marvel um, Cinematic Universe fan, if you follow the Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk into the Avengers films, then you know who Wanda and the Vision are. Um, if you're not, and you don't, they are comic book characters, superheroes. She is a her superhero name is Scarlet Witch. She is a technically a mutant with the power of sorcery, and he is an android powered by an Infinity Stone, which yeah, I won't go into too much about Infinity Stones. That's the whole Endgame thing, and if you haven't seen that, that's a long story. Anyway, it's interesting because this is not your typical superhero type of show, even for television. For television, I mean, you probably remember shows like The Incredible Hulk and that sort of thing, where there was a lot of action. There was storyline to carry along, but there was a lot of action. This so far, 2 episodes in, and that's all that's been released so far, um, is not that. It's actually the first 2 episodes really to me came across as an homage to black and white sitcoms, the kind that I grew up with. So things like I Love Lucy. In fact, the first episode is very much like an I Love Lucy episode. The second episode is very much like an early episode of Bewitched. It seems like an homage to those. But the interesting thing I find, and this is as a fan of the Marvel Comics and Marvel Comics universe, um, that there is an undertone of something else going on. And you'll see it in little snippets, maybe in the TV commercials or things like that are happening throughout the show. That there's a deeper something happening in the background, or it's hard to see. Um, and so, I mean, from a Christian perspective, I value that sort of nostalgia. I found that there were actually some very humorous things in here that you wouldn't have expected, certainly for a superhero film, a superhero story. Some humor, and it's cheesy. I mean, it's cheesy like I Love Lucy was cheesy, right? But fun and harmless, at least so far. Now, from what I've read, this is going to progress. So you're going to get into sort of homages to other comedies as we go along, and I think this understory is going to carry through. And I've read a lot of theories about what that understory might be, whether it's brainwashing or grief, or I don't know yet. I don't know, and I don't have a theory yet. But it is fun, and it is. I think it's so far at least going to be very harmless fun. Um, and there's that sense of to me, the old things are not just um, wholesome, but also whole in a way. That we had so much more value in the past to things like family and things like propriety, things being appropriate. And I don't know if the series will stay there, um, but it is there right now, and that's a fun thing, I think, as a Christian to watch at least. Um, yeah, it's probably worth your time. I mean, they're short. The episodes are half an hour long, and 7 minutes of that are credits at the end. So, 22 minutes of sitcom right now. I think what I've heard is that as they go along, the stories will lengthen out a bit, so there'll be longer episodes. But um, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, behind the scenes, what's going on in the background, what's actually manipulating all of this. But for now, at least, it's a wholesome watch. It's fun. It'll definitely feel nostalgic for those of you who are my age or even a little older. And yeah, worth a watch. As a Christian, worth a watch. If that changes, I'll give you a heads up. Anyway, take care. God bless. Bye now.